In this episode, we take you on a journey from St. Barts up to St. Marten, the British Virgin Islands, across to the American Virgin Islands, then the Spanish Virgin Islands to Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico right down into the heart of the Caribbean Sea. Here we are on the island of St. Barts with Craig and Krista, our dear friends who were our tour guides. Looking down over the very neat little harbour here at St. Barts. Very, very calm in there. It's a shame about the anchorage where we were sitting on Annecam. Very rolly. This is one of the many churches that we came across on this beautiful little island of St. Barts. The dinghy dock inside the harbour where we had our dinghy, the Kenner, tied up.
There's another one around.
Taking a stroll around the harbour and around the town. Goodbye St. Barts, St. Marten, here we come. Checking out the world from our pulpit. Greg, our anchor, and this is the first time we've actually unfurled 100% of our genoa. Annie doing an absolute fantastic job at the helm. Once we were in St. Marten, our very dear friends Jeff and Izzy Rogers took us around to a beachside bar where the big jet engines roar. Just to hear the noise these big engines make as they're about to take off is absolutely awesome. And our dear friend Yoli would be absolutely proud of this last capture.
I did. Yoli will be very impressed.
And here's Annie hamming it up for the camera.
Come on, work it.
looking off over the top of us while we're anchored in Simpson Bay Lagoon, St Marten. Goodbye, St Marten. British Virgin Islands, here we come. This was also another good day for a sail. We love sailing in the trade winds. Our first port of call in the British Virgin Islands was North Gorda Sound, where the seaplanes land and take off from. No, it's not a shark, it's a remora, a suckerfish. These things hang around the boat here at North Gorda Sound looking for handouts.
Yep, that's these big.
What they look like feeding underwater. This is a well-known icon in this part of the world for all of the yachtsmen who visit this corner of the planet. It is the Saba Rock Cafe and Bar. At the same time, every evening, these monsters from the deep get fed. They're better known in fishing circles as tarpon, beautiful, harmless, big animals which have no eating qualities whatsoever. They are just great to look at, and some of them are the size of submarines. We loved our time in North Gorda Sound. This is our third visit to this locality, and we loved every time we have been here. We have seen something different, there is always something to do, and there's always lots of entertainment. Love this place. Goodbye North Gorda Sound, hello to Roadtown on the island of Tortola as we sneak in past one of the Norwegian line cruise liners. Sopper's Hole, about to head over to the American Virgin Islands on the ferry first before they'll allow us to bring Annecam over. After clearing ourselves off the ferry into the American Virgin Islands through Customs and Border Protection, we found some really good American coffee. We had several hours to kill, so we did a little bit of a walk around all of the little shop fronts around Tourist Alley before we caught the 12 o'clock ferry back over to Sopper's Hole in the British Virgin Islands to sail Annecam over and go through the clearance process all over again. Annie managed this fantastic capture of a rainbow over in St Thomas.
Yeah, I'm recording. Everyone knows that.
We didn't hang around very long in the American Virgin Islands before we moved over to the Spanish Virgin Islands, and here we are in a beautiful bay in the heart of the island of Colombia. It's time to give McKenna, our dinghy, a run and take a tour around this island. There is a beautiful canal that goes under some bridges and out past the weirdest looking statue one could lay your eyes on. We'll talk about him a bit more later on. Oh okay, that statue that I was talking about is just on your right, and he's called Hector the Protector. I'm not sure who he's protecting and from what. We go under what was obviously a lifting bridge at one stage in its history. I think it's a time we got wet and went for a swim out on the sandbar out at the front of the bay. We sailed on from Colombia to Puerto Rico and anchored in this little bay called Puerto, where we actually spent some time with some lovely friends who we met down in Grenada, Don and Janice. We then left Puerto Rico and set our sails for Colón in Panama, the start of the Panama Canal. But, as it happened, a caravan low pressure system changed our mind, no end. This footage I managed to capture was in the very early stages of the build-up for this low pressure system. We were having consistent winds during the night of 38 knots, with gusts peaking to 48 knots, which made things a little bit uncomfortable to say the least. Annecam was standing up very well under these conditions, except for one of these waves that was coming at almost 90 degrees to the rest of them. It was a breaking wave and it threw us off the top, and we had no more and no less than 5 of these things hit us in a 24-hour period. Take note of our speed as we were surfing down some of these monster waves. The figure in the top right hand box, the second figure, have a look at it. This time we recorded it at 14.8. There was a 16.8 that went unrecorded. Annecam was flying along with no more than 10% of the Janara out and only about 1 foot of our mainsail up, and even then I had to question whether we still had too much sail up. It was at this point in time that we looked at our options, we changed our heading, and we went straight down to Cartagena in Colombia. We arrived just after dark at the safe water mark to the southern entrance, which would have to be one of the best harbour entrances, the best marked entrance we have ever come across in all of our sailing history.